There's no motorcycles in this video. Typically, gun videos and dog videos don't usually do very well, but you know, it is what it is. A very nice morning southwest of Phoenix. Came out to do a little bit of shooting, and my target is like way over there. Trying not to shake, just using my phone. But let's see if I can zoom out. Yeah, there it is. See that white spot right there? From my truck, it measured out a little bit more than 300 yards. And so I'm about, I don't know, 100 yards beyond that. And that's my steel target. That's about a 9 by 15 steel silhouette. It's 550, or you know, really hard rifle steel. And I originally came up here, went up to the top of this hill, but it's really rocky, and there's not really any smooth spots. And also, off in the distance, there's a housing development there, so I figured I'd just get down off the hill a little bit so that kind of deflects some of the sound. This area here, it's not a really well-known shooting area. And there's not really much in the way of leftover targets or junk, so I plan to keep it that way and, you know, hopefully keep nobody from complaining. It's not posted. With me today is my M1A by Springfield. I've had this for a while. The M14, which this was derived off of, was actually the first firearm that I ever was trained on, ever used. And so originally when I bought this many years ago, it came with a walnut stock. It's just a standard barrel. It's not the national match. And I've changed the stock. It's got a Veltor stock on it. And what the Veltor is, they just basically took a fiberglass, government issue type fiberglass stock, and then they cut it and put a telestock and a pistol grip. So it makes the gun a little bit more comfortable. It's a heavy gun. The way that it is, empty with the scope, the mount, everything, the bipod and the sling. I weighed it yesterday at about 12 pounds, so it's not a light gun. Here on the video it looks small, but it's a full-size gun. It's a 22-inch barrel. You know, they do make one in an 18 and a 16-inch, but you know, if I'm going to have a 308, I opted for this. There's a lot of good choices for 308 semi-automatic rifles. This one's mine. Probably for lightweight and ergonomics, I'd say probably something with an AR-10 platform. You know, the Smith & Wesson makes a very nice one for, I think it's just under $1,000. I put a scope on it. It's a Weaver 3 to 10 mil-dot scope. I kind of like the mil-dots for ranging. That's kind of what I kind of started out on in the early days. So I'm kind of estimating my distance out there right now being at about 400 yards. Of course, with the mil-dot, I can figure it out. But I'm going to shoot for 400 yards, and let's see what I do. All right, dialed in. That's it for my M1A today. I do have more ammo, but that's all I'm going to shoot. Here's my target after I shot it up a little bit. I think it's about time to rotate it. I think last time I was out, I think I accidentally got some steel core penetrator 223 rounds. That's what made these dents here. All the 308 hits are just these small little dings here. It blows the paint right off, but I just keep it painted right after. And this is very thick steel, so it doesn't really have any penetration at all. But here's just an example. Here's one of my crappy shots here. Here's an old one from a long time ago. I don't know if that was me or one of my friends, but this one was definitely mine here today. This is 1/4 inch mild steel. So the bullet went right through there and through the 2x4, and here's the remains of it right there. So it steel, that's pretty thick. I mean, it's some heavy steel, but it just went right through. Didn't go through the other side, didn't even dent it, or maybe it did, don't know. No, it doesn't look like it dented it at all. It just went through this one side and then through the wood, and I dug out the rest of it right here. The wood was kind of stuck in there because of the steel got deformed a little bit, but you know, 308 is no joke. It's got a lot of penetration. It's very, very powerful. And where you really notice it the most is if I'm shooting 223 on this target, it barely dings. But you hit it with 308 and it rocks it pretty good.